Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that everyone is staying safe and sound in this pandemic, and I hope that everyone is ready to learn something new today. But first, if you like what you see, please give me a big thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Please subscribe, hit that bell notification, so you know when my videos come out, generally between 3 and 4. Although sometimes I do post impromptu videos, like this morning I did an impromptu video. And please subscribe. Remember my promo this month, $100 or 2 free lessons to one person when I get to 1,000 subscribers. But you must comment so I know you're not a bot. So today I have a special lesson because today is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. And you know, as you well know, I have been doing videos about cultural awareness and stuff like that in history. So this is right up my alley. So we're going to learn a little bit about Martin Luther King Jr., who he was, and I will tell you at the end why he is so important to everybody. Not just to me or you, everyone. Okay, so let's get started. Martin Luther King, or as they call him, MLK, was an American Baptist minister and activist who became the most visible spokesperson and leader in the civil rights movement from 1955 until his assassination in 1968. So I was really young when he got assassinated, but I remember when he got assassinated. King is best known for advancing civil rights through nonviolence. Notice nonviolence, not using violence, and civil disobedience. Inspired by his Christian beliefs and the nonviolent activism of Mahatma Gandhi, he was the son of an early civil rights activist, Martin Luther King Sr. King participated and led marches for blacks' right to vote. Desegregation, so they didn't want people to be separated, they wanted to be together. Labor rights and other basic civil rights. King led the 1955 Montgomery bus boycott and later became the first president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. As president of the SCLC, he led the unsuccessful Albany movement in Albany, Georgia, and helped organize some of the nonviolent 1963 protests in Birmingham, Alabama. Notice that Georgia is a hot topic for him, and it's been a hot topic for us as well in recent weeks. King helped organize the 1963 March on Washington, where he delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. What's so important about the "I Have a Dream" speech? Where does that come from? I have a dream that all men are created equal. That's one of the lines that he says. Where does that come from? That comes from the Declaration of Independence. It doesn't say all white men or all Asian men. No, all men. Of course, in the Bible, in the Declaration of Independence, they didn't mention women, but basically it meant all people. The SCLC put into practice the tactics of nonviolent protests with some success by strategically choosing the methods and places in which protests were carried out. There were several dramatic standoffs with segregationalist authorities who sometimes turned violent. FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover considered King a radical and made him an object of the FBI's COINTELPRO from 1963 forward. FBI agents investigated him for possible communist ties, recorded his extramarital liaisons, and reported on them to government officials. And in 1964, mailed King a threatening anonymous letter, which he interpreted as an attempt to make him commit suicide. This is from Wikipedia. I don't know how much is true or how much is false. On October 14, 1964, King won the Nobel Peace Prize for combating racial inequality through nonviolent resistance. In 1965, he helped organize 2 or 3 Selma to Montgomery marches. In his final years, he expanded his focus to include opposition towards poverty, capitalism, and the Vietnam War. So he fought for many things, not just for one thing. He fought for many things. Okay. In 1968, King was planning a national occupation of Washington, D.C. to be called the Poor People's Campaign when he was assassinated on April 4th in Memphis, Tennessee. So notice that he fought for the poor people as well. It doesn't say blacks or any other, it's all poor people. His death was followed by riots in many U.S. cities. Allegations that James R. Ray, the man convicted of killing King, had been framed or acted in concert with government agents persisted for decades after the shooting. King was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Congressional Gold Medal. Martin Luther King Jr. Day was established as a holiday in cities and states throughout the United States beginning in 1971. The holiday was enacted at the federal level by legislation signed by President Ronald Reagan in 1986. Hundreds of streets in the U.S. have been renamed in his honor, and the most populous county in Washington state was rededicated for him. The Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. was dedicated in 2011. So, again, let me reiterate. He was a very important man. Number one, he fought for equal rights. And when I say equal rights, I mean equal rights for everyone. Not just for you, not just for me. No, everybody, okay? There was no, oh, only for you but not me. No, okay? Again, he did non-violent protests. He didn't go to the Capitol building and start storming the building and throwing chairs and whatever that happened last week. No. He was a black minister, so he did things without violence. And the majority of the protests were non-violent. It only became violent after he was assassinated. Okay. So, if it wasn't for Martin Luther King Jr., okay, we would not have a black Vice President Kamala Harris because she would never be allowed to be a vice president. We would have never had Barack Obama or many other people that, are running different offices in this country would not be able to do it. So everyone needs to thank Martin Luther King for his contribution to equality. Yes, I do know that there is still sometimes places where there may be inequality, but we need to get together like he did and work towards a common goal. Okay? During his marches, it wasn't just black people marching. There were other people marching. He united everyone. And this is what we need to do right now during these difficult times. Unite everyone because we're all Americans if we're living in America. Okay? So, if I seem a little vocal today, it's because, I feel very strongly about this topic. I do this every year at my school. I haven't been able to do it this year because it's closed. But, a lot of people, oh, he's black, it's only for black people. No, that's not how it was. So that's why I'm very vocal about this topic. Okay. Again, if you like what you see, give me a big thumbs up. Hit that bell notification and subscribe. Help me and help yourself. Okay. I will probably be doing a video tomorrow to continue my health and wellness video. So if you haven't seen that video, I will put a link in the description below so you can watch that video, and then I'm going to be going into remedies for those ailments tomorrow. Excuse me. I thank you. Stay safe, and I will see you tomorrow.